Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. We have breaking news. Yes, contract breaking news that I don't know if anyone expected it today, but it's definitely going to put a smile on your face because it definitely put a smile on my face. Wrexham have secured Harry Ashfield. He signs a new deal at Wrexham, which is great. I think we're all very, very happy with that. Please get into the chat. Let me know what you think about this. Yes, it just popped off about maybe 15 minutes ago, 44 minutes ago. 44 minutes ago, what do I know? And Marie from SoCal, how are you? Yeah, the Prince Harry of Wrexham. Sean Bartlett got it right there. Yes. Anyways, thanks for coming in. Be a short one today. Want to get your thoughts on this. Did we think he was going to leave? I think it was one of the best moments of the season, Harry Ashfield, this season, when he scored his goal and he just went right to the crowd. I think it was against Port Vale. I'm so happy for this young guy. I know it's going to make Ken happy too. He's been all over getting him on the pitch for sure. So anyways, please smash the like on the video, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the Local Pundit, 2,000 is the goal by the end of the season. Yes, more importantly, it is today. The young star signs, and I'm going to bring this up, and I'm sure it's going to go the way I want it to go. There it is. Actually, I did it right. Wow, look at me. What's going on, Patty Power? How you doing, brother? Koopy Splat's here. Sean's here. Ruth's here. And Marie from SoCal says it's great for Harry Ashfield. Let's get the details. Get your thoughts on it. What do you think? I think this is really good news. I saw it. I was like, maybe we'll not, because I was on the phone. I was actually on the phone with Ken when this happened. I was like, all right, I'll go live because you know what? It is important because he's part of our future. And in fact, I would have played him a little bit more this season, but unfortunately that didn't happen. But I think this will put a smile on everyone's. There you go. My God, sorry about that. That's my phone from my friend Jablonski. What's up? Shout out to him. Anyways, let's get into this. A little bit of contract news here. There's a great photo of him there. And contract news: Harry Ashfield signs new contract at Wrexham AFC. What am I doing? I can't read today. They're delighted to announce that Harry Ashfield has signed a new contract. It's just cut and paste at this point, by the way, with the club on a deal until the end of the 26-27 season with an option of an additional year. He's 18 years old, my friends. 18 years old. He won the Bob Clark Academy Player of the Year in the 23-24 season, and was impressive for Nick Chadwick's under-18 side. Building upon his performances last season, the creative midfielder also featured 6 times for Phil Parkinson's side in all competition. He was born in Wrexham, grew up supporting the Red Dragons, which is awesome. He scored his first professional goal. I'm going to bring this down because it doesn't really matter. He scored his first professional goal for the club in February 4th in the 4-1 victory against Port Vale in the JBD Cup. Yes, I was right. I got it right. The JBD Virtue Trophy, Jimmy Bagadona's Trophy Cup. On signing his new contract, Ashfield said, "It's an excellent feeling to sign a new deal with my club." With my club, he said. That's awesome. I'm excited to kick on and see what I can do in the first team. Hopefully I can prove myself. My friend, you have a huge future ahead of him. They did an interview with him after he scored his first goal, and he was so excited. It made me smile. So when I saw this come up, I was like, you know what? Everybody's going to love this. Everyone's going to love it because you like to see good talent. You like to see them coming through the academy, and you're watching the growth of a player. He's following in the footsteps of a Max Cleworth, who is absolutely one of our future captains. And this young man right here is also going to be part of our future as well. I'm glad they locked him down. Wasn't expecting this. Obviously, there wasn't no side notes about it and everything like that. But this is good. It's good. It's a good little just tick up, and he's earned it. I'll tell you, he's earned it. And maybe he has a part to play in the rest of the season. Maybe he doesn't. But you know, he's walking on air right now, and he's definitely going to be a future player that'll be impacting more games rather than just being, coming into the JBD Cup and things like that. But it is great news. There you go. Glenn DeBercy, great news. There's also an interview up with him now. Okay, where is the interview? Wow, Glenn DeBercy, where is that interview? I will do that. Is it on the Ken will probably be crying. Patty, I think, is probably excited about it too. I'll probably say that. Patty's a big fan of him. I don't know. Yes, here it is. There is an interview. Glenn DeBercy, absolute legend. Thank you very much. 1 second. Let me just get this up. All right.
Harry, congratulations on signing your new contract next time. Harry,
how to just make it happen. It's in our Discord. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Glenda. Should we listen to the young man talk? Let's listen to the young man talk. Why not? There we go. All right. Look at that smile.
Congratulations on signing your new contract and extending your stay here at the Stoke Kairos. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's excellent. Sign a new deal for my club. Yeah, just excited to kick on now, see what I can do in the first team and hopefully prove myself.
You referenced there, my club.
Yeah.
What is it about in the smile there? It must be such a special feeling for you to extend your stay and commit your long-term future to the club.
Yeah, it's a great feeling to stay for as long as possible. My aim's to play for this club for as long as possible, play as many games as I can. So this is just a step in the future, hopefully.
What is it?
I love how they pulled out the My Club thing. I mean, you could see he just has, I mean, he's 18 years old. You know, he's got the world at his feet right now. You know, he's not at a Chelsea. He's not at an Arsenal, whatever, but this is his club and he loves it. And you can tell by the passion he plays. And he is a very talented footballer. He really is a very, very talented footballer.
Wrexham that gives you that feeling?
I think just being in the stands when I was younger, a bit of disappointment not winning, and then the change in the club, winning now. I just want to be a part of it and help the fans have a bit of an enjoyment that I didn't.
You've been a part of it for such...
Does it, honestly, this sounds so, doesn't it just bring you joy? I want to be a part of it for the fans, my club, all those things. He's got a big future, great prospect. I mean, I'm enjoying it too. I'm watching this for the first time, so this is great. I love doing this too. And John Merrill just said, everything, evening all, nothing better than a local lad being in the club. You'll always get an extra 10% out of those types of players. There you go. And he's totally right. He's absolutely right. You can see it in his passion, in his play. And I hope good things are coming. This is awesome. I think this is a brightness of the day. You know, this morning we had the show and it was just like, focus, do all this stuff. And then like, bang, you know, we're bringing in, we're going to sign our youngster, and he's going to be, and hopefully has a big future for the club. And he loves it. He loves
long time in the academy as a 6-year-old all the way now to sign yet another a professional contract. What's that journey been like for you?
Yeah, it's been a long journey, an exciting journey as well. Being a little kid, just looking up to the first team players. And then now training with some of the players that I was watching when I was in the other 14s, 15s. Yeah, it's been a great journey. Yeah.
What have you learned about yourself throughout that process, and also playing with training with some of those players that you mentioned there?
I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned how to conduct myself on the pitch and off the pitch. Knowing that the players that are playing on the pitch are just humans. They're great people. Yeah, just being able to conduct myself around them as well. Being able to speak to them, have conversations with them is good as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I mean, I cut that out there. Be able to speak in conversations with that's the intangibles, the things you can't actually put money on. You know, if you've ever been in a situation in anything in life, you know, I always believe in the pay it forward. You know what I mean? I do. I've, you know, managed people. I worked in management, also in certain things in sales and stuff like that. And I've always looked up to people, like even when I was an actor, I always looked up to people like my acting coach, shout out to Robert Devanzo, where it's like he was an older guy that like looked out for the younger guys, that he kind of reminded himself up in certain ways, you know. And I'm sure that a lot of the guys in that locker room are looking at him and like, you know what, I'm going to put my arm around him. I'm gonna take care of him in a way where, you know what, I want him to do well. And he is just a sponge at this point for guys like Elliot Lee, Macca, Fletcher, professionalism, things like that. O'Connell, you know, just things like that just are intangibles you cannot teach. And there's two players in. He's the youngest guy that I think that has actually made an impact this year, I would say, other than Max. You know, for that, you cannot put a price on that. And you're right. Somebody just said it right here. Shay Daddy said, teach him, play him, develop him sooner than later. This crap about players being too young is just crap. There you go. Give it a lot of chance in real games against real competition. I think he will get his chance, Shay Daddy. I really do. I do. But Paul Kelly said, imagine how he feels sitting in that dressing room and trying to impress them. I think that's probably what you want to do ego-wise, right? Ego-wise. But you don't gather that right there. And remember last year when Foz was talking about the dressing room and about how people come in and, you know, it gets shot right down. He's like, you know, it gets shot right down. And I think in a dressing room like the Wrexham team and with a manager like Parkinson, old school and Parkin, I think all that stuff gets kind of pushed out the window. I would imagine that all 22 players that are on the squad are 100% fully invested in this kid's future in regards to trying to help him and teach him. That's what I think there too. Yes, Ted Nelson, please smash that like button. Thank you very much, my friend. Happy to have y'all in. A2ZEV says we got one more youngster. Good. Yes, he's a good youngster. And Sean Bartlett Evans says the knowledge he will gain from his teammates will be invaluable. You cannot put a price on it. And I always go back to rising tides, right? Rising tides and paying it forward. So what he's learning right now, 6, 7, 8 years time, even if he's not with Wrexham, he's going to pay that forward because he'll see himself in them too. So good on him. Let's finish this out here.
You won the Bob Clark Academy Player of the Year award. What did that mean to you, and what was it like progressing through the academy and working with some of the staff there and transitioning into the first team?
Yeah, it was great to win the award, to cap off a good season. Although we didn't win the league, it was a good season for everyone. Showed the progression in the academy. First year in the EFL Youth Alliance League, which I think was a great standard, and for everyone to do well was good. And all the coaches that were with us, new coaches, new staff, they were excellent. And the staff we had before in the season before, like Dan Nolan, he helped everyone. He set the basement. So, yeah, it was good.
And that transition's continued into this season, hasn't it?
That's a real great shout, talking about the team, talking about, we didn't win the season, but it's good to win the award. It seems like a very humble young man. And he's got a bright future, as I said before. Talking about I see that positive role models. I've seen a lot of, I'll just take my instance, playing basketball. I've seen a lot of really talented basketball players when I played basketball that didn't make it, because of other things, got into bad stuff, just had a wandering eye of just getting into some kind of trouble, whatever it would be, or, things like that, So if we're able to, I don't want to cotton wool him because he's got to have his own growth perspective, but he seems like a genuinely good, humble young man that's gonna bring his future. So I'm hoping that we do take care of our academy players for the future, whether they make it with us or with other teams right there too. Shea Daddy says, positive role models are great, but he won't really grow unless he actually plays. Harry will learn by doing and not watching. I totally agree with you. Right now in our 9-game season, Shea Daddy, I don't know if he'll be in that. He might be in and around it, and that's just as good as watching. It's kind of like a backup quarterback that's never going to get on, but it's learning from the veteran quarterback, things like that. Just learning the plays, things like that, just watching. So that's something to take advantage of. I totally understand what you're saying. Chris, what's going on, dude? What's going on? How are you? And Steve Barton, my guy I was chatting with earlier, huge signing, absolutely huge. All right, here we go. A little bit more here.
You can see the progression coming through, which must please you, seeing other players following in the footsteps that you've gone through.
Yeah, it's exciting to see the players this year playing in the Youth Alliance doing well. I think they're second, which is...
there is a left back that is really good. Is it Traore, the left back, who I think is also training with them too? Colo Tor. We have a left back. I think it's Yaya Touré's son, if I'm not mistaken, that apparently is coming through as well.
Which is great. And hopefully I can be an inspiration to some people in the youth team, and hopefully they can kick on as well.
Following the success that you had individually and as a collective as a team, you then had a couple of fantastic experiences in the summer. You played for the Wrexham Red Dragons at TST, and also you made 2 appearances on the Rex Coast Tour. Just talk us through what that was like for you.
Yeah, I think TST was a great experience. A bit different with 7-a-side, but I really enjoyed it. Meeting players that played in the Premier League, them sharing experiences with me, setting me up for what was to come in pre-season. And then in pre-season, I loved it. Just trying to prove myself around the first team, playing with some of the players that I've seen doing unbelievable stuff on the pitch. So, yeah, it was great.
I'll tell you what, all that stuff like you. I don't know. I watched him. I saw him at TST. We covered TST live watch-alongs, and then I watched him at Rex Coast Tour. And I thought he's a very talented player. He's good on a half turn. His head is up all the time. He's always looking to go get the ball. 2 feet, 2 feet. Give me 2 feet. He's always, you notice he's like, 2 feet. Give me the ball 2 feet right here. I want it 2 feet. He's going to the board. I don't think we have this player in our squad right now. If he was 21, 22 years old right now, this kid would be a starter, hands down. In fact, I wouldn't not play him. I would if he played on Saturday. I I don't think Parkin's going to do it. I understand that. But like, I think right now he is ready. And he also ready in the capacity of his game. He's obviously got still more to learn and to do. But he is a very talented player and a creative midfielder that we technically don't have at this point and might not fit into the system. I'll put that out there too. Paddy Power says hard work done on the training ground. He will learn a huge amount training beside the experience with the boys. Absolutely. Just being on the training pitch against guys that are bigger, stronger, faster than you, older than you. That is big. Taking the bumps from a guy that's 26 years old or 29 years old, or a Dan Scar bumping into him in the middle of the pitch, that weighs differently than when, you have an 18-year-old bumping into you. Yes, it's impact. I get it. I'm not talking about bumps. I'm talking about, I'll give you an example. When I went from high school basketball to college basketball, bigger, faster, stronger, the game was fast in my head. So what you need to do as a player, if you want to be successful, you need to learn how to slow the game down. You need to learn how to slow your brain down. Understand you're going to get hit, and how do you bounce off that hit and continue to to do what you need to do on the court or on the pitch. Bumps are different. Being able to go through, I guess, players that are stronger than you, are a little bit more developed than you, and he's getting that while he's training with them. And also, yes, on-field experience is different, but when you're playing technically with, like, for lack of a better word, older brothers, older players that are more experienced and are stronger than you, that will help your mindset. My older brothers, when I played basketball with them, prepared me to go play against guys like Richard Hamilton, Jake Voskuhl, Khalid El-Amin, players like that played at UConn, because I was always, ready to take the hit. But the biggest biggest challenge for me when I went from high school basketball to college basketball was the power and the speed of, like, bigger bodies. And he's getting that in the training ground too. And that's a great shout, Patty. Good shout right there. Chris says he looks like he was 12 last year. Can't wait to see him play. Yes. And Steve Barton says, just wait until Maka gets him in the weight room. Well, absolutely. Richard Hamilton. Yeah, you know it. Rip Hamilton. Absolute effing legend. I watched him go one-on-one with Ray Allen. It was awesome.
Just as important as on the pitch as well as off it, bonding with the players and spending such a kind of close and intense environment with them for that period to set you up for pre-season this year.
Yeah, of course. Spending time with players off the pitch is like an eye-opener as well, seeing what they do off the pitch to benefit them. And I think I took a few things in, and that's helped me as well, yeah.
Mm-hmm. This season, of course, we've seen you feed.
By the way, also just as important, like we just talked about, off the field is just as important as on the field. Learning how to be a professional, learning how this is how you travel. This is how you don't go out and get effed up, the night before a game. You go to bed early. You're there, have pasta, get things, do the right thing. So that's what's happening. And this is why this is such a great. I'm actually really happy that they did an interview with him, and happy we get to share this all together, because I know everyone was going to be really excited, because everyone is rooting for this young man.
During the Virtue Trophy a number of times, of course. Yeah. That goal.
Also, not to put too much pressure on him. There actually is no pressure on him right now. It's just good to have him in the squad. There's no pressure. Which is great.
Your first goal for the club at Port Vale. Yeah. I'm sure you must still watch those videos back and want to make more memories like that.
Yeah, I loved it. Just hoping to make more memories on the pitch. If I can do that a couple more times, yeah, I'll take it.
And working under Phil Parkinson.
His goal was spectacular too. You felt it. It is soul. You did. Yeah, he's felt him in his soul. And Marie from SoCal says, great media training as well with a long interview. It's great. I mean, he's obviously nervous, but he's doing a great job. You got to learn how to do this. It's just being growth and understanding what it's like. Trust me. I mean, I talk about eye lines. I talk about, this is like, what he's doing is not easy, just to, for lack of a better, be a human being. You know how hard it is to just be yourself in anything, in any capacity. So he is, I find that we all will find this a proud moment for us. Let's look back in 5 years. Like, hey, remember when we signed him, kept him? Yeah. Did they disclose the terms? I will go back, Steve Barton, and check that out. And Chris says, learn to like pasta for breakfast. Absolutely. Good shout right there. I'm Italian. Of course I like pasta for breakfast.
it been like working with him, and how pleasing is it to see him give you those chances during those games to impress and kind of give fans a taste of what's to come, especially when they start singing your name as well?
Yeah, I love working under the gaffer. He's brilliant. He looks after us, looked after the young lads, make sure we're on top of everything, make sure we're training well. Steve, Jonah, Aidan, all the strength and conditioning coaches, yeah, they're all onto us. And yeah, I think it benefits us massively. Yeah.
And an exciting future to come for you.
Yeah, hopefully many more appearances to come, many more goals. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, Harry.
If that doesn't make you smile on a Thursday, I don't know what will. So congrats to him. I'm so happy we did it. I'm so happy we did it. I'm so happy they did. Sorry, I'm so happy they did the interview. Sorry, I was just thinking about two things at once. I'm so happy they did that interview. This is great. I think this is what this club is about in certain ways, where it's not stuff on the pitch, giving an opportunity for an 18-year-old to sign a contract. I mean, and get his hard work to be shown to this community and to this fan base, global fan base at this point. Local lad, like John said a couple minutes ago in the chat, you get an extra 10% from a guy like that. Good on him. I'm so happy for it. I really am. And it kind of made my day. To be honest with you. And it might have made my day not as much as Ken. He's out right now. He's on probably hole number 3. He's going to watch us later, like, whatever. So he'll shank it. He'll shank a couple balls, but he was definitely happy. Marie from SoCal put it in the chat, and I said, "Oh, he's like, you going to do a show?" I was like, I don't know. But I think I was messing with him because I knew he was going golfing. Because you know, I'm like, all right, I won't. I'll let him go. I'll let him go golf, and I'll make him watch the show later. Don't tell him I said that. There you go. He's not gonna watch this. A2ZEV says, I hope we bring in more youngsters when we get into the championship. Yes, I hope so too. And that's amazing news. And Tess says, sorry I'm late. Did someone wake up Ken? He's at the golf course. I figured he's an emergency podcast for him to celebrate. Celebrate. Now he's golfing. He's golfing. And I will tell you, I knew he was golfing. So I was like, maybe I'll do one in a couple. He said, I'll be available in an hour and a half. I'm like, oh, yeah, no problem. So I did it up now. But guess what? Tomorrow, all 4 of us will be on for the game day preview, for the Stockwork game day preview at 1 p.m. PST. So we'll have our say together, which would be great. Absolutely great. Let's get that training on started tomorrow. And there you go. You're a footballer, Harry, says Esteban. And I was sitting here smiling when you said that. There you go, my friend. Rip Hamilton. Oh, my God, dude. Gamble Pavilion. I used to play against Keisha Sales, too. Boom, boom. Oh, actually, I won the dunk contest in 99 for Midnight Madness. You know. Building the future. Brand is into training. Of course he is. Oh my God, what did I miss? Hip Karma, we signed Harry Ashfield to an extension. So go back and check it out. But yeah, we signed Harry Ashfield to the extension, and great chatting with you yesterday too. I liked on principle. Okay, contract news. What else did it say? Just out of here right now. He was born in Wrexham. There you go. Ashfield. I just want to see if Parkinson said anything. Phil Parkinson did say something, and I'll get this out real quick. Phil Parkinson said, I'd like to congratulate Harry on his new contract. You worked very hard right from day one in preseason, and we're looking forward to seeing him in his development. What a great shout from the gaffer. Absolute legend. Come on. Yes, one of our own. He's one of our own. On a side note, a pretty favorable slant on Wrexham in the championship on the ESPN FC podcast on YouTube. I did see that. Haven't watched it yet, but I will watch it, and we could talk about it later. Can you dunk? Yeah, of course I can. Yeah, not now. I'm 45 years old. But yes, I can dunk. I won the dunk contest. There you go. It's not about me today. It's about Harry Ashfield. But we'll talk about it on a watch along for sure. Okay. Thank you for coming in. That was a quick one and a good one. I love it. Harry Ashfield signs an extension. Awesome. 26, 27 with an extended year after that. That is fantastic. And I'm really pumped about that. Ken might be even more pumped if he watches the show later. But tomorrow, when we do the game day, the preview show, we'll talk about it there. Deep diving on there. Remember, Saturday, game day build up, live watch along, Wrexham time, your show, Wrexham reaction. And, it's a great day. So good stuff. Breaking news. We signed him. Awesome. So happy for him. Everyone should be. And on